If you're new to YouTube, I highly recommend scripting your YouTube videos. It's gonna make the editing process so much easier. I start all of my YouTube videos by creating a Notion template and putting all of my thoughts right there and typing them all out. When I'm writing the content of the video, I'm also thinking about what types of B-roll I might want to use, and when I do that, I highlight it and make it yellow so I know that that is a scene change or that is something that I want to include. And so it just makes sense to, while you're typing it out, also be thinking about how it's going to look and like what visual effects you might want to do. I've learned this with time, what I like to add and what I don't like to add, but what I do find very helpful is to have the B-roll or the graphics or anything like that written down, so when it comes time to film, I remember what I was thinking and what I was envisioning. It just helps everything out. I've been doing these monthly reset videos, and for the most part I'm in my office and I'm not changing location, but for my May reset video I wanted to change up each scene and make it a new location, and when I felt like one part got too long, I cut it and made myself go to a new scene. The reason it was helpful to script everything out first is I could do all of my office scenes first, and then when I was out in my front entry room, I was able to go do those together. When I was filming it, I filmed it out of order just because it made more sense to, while I'm right here, I might as well just do everything. Instead of coming here, moving my camera, taking it off, putting it all the way over there, coming back, and repeating the whole process, it just made it easier to group them together. Now, you may think scripting your video is going to make you sound super stuffy and, well, scripted. It just helps me think about what I want to say more. I'm someone who freezes up on the spot a lot, and I have found that scripting things out, or at least figuring out what I want to do, helps me out in the editing process. I'm definitely someone who starts to ramble if I don't have my bullet points written out, and I will spiral on tangents that don't really make sense and aren't really cohesive thoughts. That's just kind of how I tell stories. So I am definitely someone who, I think no matter what, no matter how long I do YouTube videos, I think I'm always gonna have to have some sort of script just to rein myself in and to make myself sound like I'm making sense, especially when it's a long video. I cannot remember everything that I wanted to get through. So yeah, this is definitely so helpful. So if you're just starting out with YouTube, or maybe you've been doing this for a long time, I highly recommend scripting your YouTube videos and making it work for you. So you don't have to add things like scene changes or B-roll ideas if you are really good at remembering those things on the spot. But for someone like me, I kind of forget those things, and so it's really helpful for me to plan that out in advance. And I'm not even planning it out like super detailed. I'm just kind of going like, hey, remember to move locations at some point during this long monologue. Like in the May video, I talked about books for over 20 minutes. I think that was, the raw footage was over 20 minutes, and I wanted to split that up so viewers wouldn't have me sitting in the same spot for that long. Obviously I chopped it down to, I think, 10 minutes. So it's like 5 minutes in one room, 5 minutes in another. And I think that just really helps. You don't have to use Notion for this. You can obviously just write this down on pen and paper if you want, or type it up in Pages or Microsoft Word or wherever you want to write things down. I use Notion for literally everything. And what I like to do with my videos is I like to have different statuses. So I have like an idea, scripting. Once it's done scripting, it's ready to film. And then I'm filming, it's ready to edit. Like I have broken all the steps up, like it's detailed as possible, so I always kind of know where I'm at. So when I'm scripting a video, I like to think of the end product from the very beginning. So I know on YouTube, I like having chapters. So when I'm in Notion, I have the headlines being my chapters, essentially. So it'll be intro, point 1, 2, 3, whatever sections are gonna be in that vlog or video, I will have be the headers so I can remember when I'm editing the video on YouTube what chapters I wanted. That's step one. Then obviously typing out all your content and then adding in your B-roll while you're typing it out. I do that in yellow so it's easy to see that it's not words I need to say, it's just a location or B-roll needed. That also reminds me to film that B-roll if I haven't already. I'm starting to build up a B-roll library, but I don't have everything yet. So I'm still having to actually go out and film B-roll when I need it. Hopefully eventually I'll have a huge library and I won't have to film B-roll every single time I want to make a new video, but for now, that's what I have to do. And then sometimes if it's a video that needs graphics, I will also write, here's where the graphics gonna go, so I can remember when I go into Photoshop or wherever to make make the graphic, I can remember what it needed to be and not have to edit the video, go make a graphic, edit the video, go make a graphic. I can do all the graphics all at one time. I just find scripting just so helpful for organizing all of your thoughts and ideas and getting them all into one place. And then when it comes time to actually make the video, you are so prepared and ready to go. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.